live.
Sometimes Skype is a little bit rude,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
Also takes a long time to turn on.
Huh.
Which, I mean, me too. But,
Mhm. Is gnome oil. It was on the desk yesterday, which means it could be anywhere. Monitor, I'm late. Look at that. Ooh, ooh.
Why are you late?
Ooh.
Don't be late.
Ooh, ooh. I'm used to drying my brushes really quickly on my shirt, but I'm wearing a graphic tee with a big rubber design on the front. So I'm gonna have to switch it up a little bit.
Switch it up.
Chris House, howdy ho, neighbors. I was supposed to be here 100 years ago. Yep.
Yep. Happens.
Where's the Lamian medium? Although apparently they're gonna have to make a new Lamian medium because they no longer use this medium in their stuff, which is
They
too
use
bad.
schmamium
Yeah.
medium, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a new kind of medium. Schmamium.
Yeah. I wonder if I could sell this little quarter of a pot of Lamian medium for big bucks.
You know what? I'm gonna say yes.
I wonder though. I need to get the new stuff because I use Nuln oil pretty strategically now, and so I wonder if the new stuff just being a little better is gonna just help me.
Yep.
Because I'm not a dunker.
Right.
Shout out to Stam. Have you guys seen any cool Necromunda gangs? I need a new project to work on. I'm open to suggestions. I think they're all pretty cool. I like Escher. I like Delac, which I used to think was Delaque, but it's not. It's Delac. I don't know how I feel about the high tech guys, the Van Sar. Like sometimes I'm like, they're not bad, and then sometimes I'm like, they're my exact words.
Right.
I like the big brain guy they came out with recently. I think that was a Delac.
Black.
The regular guys are fine. They're just normal. Just fellas.
Oops.
The Chaos, the Grinder cult, I feel like they're almost too good. Like they look like they could really do some business, which I feel like. I mean, like they look way more intense than regular Chaos cultists for like Chaos Space Marines. Like Chaos cultists look like plebs, and then the Corpse Grinder cult looks like, looks like they're ready to take over some stuff. You could do the new squats, the new Necromunda squats.
Squats.
Ooh, Arbiter Ian showed off his buddy's army, and he created clear domes for their heads.
Oh. Like 3D printed?
I don't remember if I think they were either 3D printed or like half 3D printed, half resin pours. Because he said he had to polish them to get them clear.
Interesting.
Hey Jay, I saw you mentioned you liked Apple Barrel Black. Apple Barrel, I can't just say it. I need to memorize it. Apple Barrel Multi-Surface Indoor Outdoor 21985E Black. How do you thin it down? Just water. Just regular old water. I also spilled a brand new bottle of the tinier shade paints. Rip. Marcus D. Hey guys, Jay's original art paints when? Yeah, we're actually working with IKEA, so they're going to be a similar quality to what you saw in today's video.
Exactly.
They're
If
called
not,
J
a little
Paints.
bit worse.
Yeah, a little worse. You know, I mean, I can't afford the good stuff.
J Paints.
J Paints.
And they're gonna be in tubes.
Yeah, we actually, it was a little bit of work, but we actually found the same supplier that supplies the pots for Games Workshop, and so we're gonna go with those. We tracked them down.
They are popular.
Yeah.
So makes a lot of sense.
I'd love to make a troll video where I'm just moving like what do people get most butthurt about? Probably Pro Acryl. I'll move Pro Acryl paints into Games Workshop pots.
I like it.
Anyway, that video is coming out tomorrow.
Right.
Oops, that was way too much.
Along with our first battle report coming up tomorrow too.
Yep.
Both of them.
Yeah, so keep your eyes out. It's a big day.
Yeah. It is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Not that, Sean. IKEA will sponsor EOB, but they have to speak Swedish.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try our best.
Yeah, we're learning.
We got a man on the inside helping us out.
So they're hooked on Swedish phonics.
Yeah.
Miniature. I don't know if it's better or worse that it's smaller. It's worse. I would have had no problem if they were cheaper.
Flipping a dude at 88. I want that duck.
It's an NFT. 10 grand. It's all yours.
That's a great idea. Yeah, people care about NFTs still.
The power of that link.
Yeah.
You can have an embedded link.
Exactly. I know we posted we posted the spinny of the IKEA Marine on our Instagram. Really, we should have posted the dolly of the duck.
Absolutely.
And in fact, I will tomorrow. It's a lot of fun.
Paul Greer, have you used a Rust product called Dirty Down Rust? No. Yeah, those are kind of newish. There's like a Rust, a Moss, and a Verdigris, and they're kind of pricey, but apparently they work really, really well. I think Midwinter Mini did a video on them. Haven't tried them yet. One Freck Boy, what should I buy for the Horus Heresy? I have one tactical, 20-man squad. What should I get next? I don't really know, but probably a Praetor, so that you can have an HQ, and then you can, like, start playing games. Little tiny games, but, you know, you could play some games.
Rump, oh, if anyone here is a Black Templar fan, the Black Templar Army box is half off on Amazon right now for some reason.
Yeah, it's because it sucks.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
It sucks and they made too many.
Yeah. If you want exactly what comes in it in a Redemptor Dreadnought, it's worth it. Also, it comes with the Codex supplement that has the fun cover. It's probably worth it for half off. Because the Redemptor is 70 by itself.
If you want it for only 30% off, you can get it from a store that we know.
Yeah.
They have 16 copies.
Oh.
I know. It's very funny.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say how many Dominions they have. They got 14 Dominions.
Ah.
Can you imagine 14 Dominions?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think everybody got bamboozled when not Dominion. What's the game? What was Games Workshop's 40K's box? Devastation, Dark Zone Mortalis, Dark. It wasn't Dark Imperium. Oh my God, what was it? Dark. I'm sure. I want to say it started with a D. 40K D box. Everybody and their mom wanted one. It was so popular that 2 weeks after they sold out, they're like, "Well, we're gonna make more."
Yeah.
Probably, I think they said like in an article that it sold better than any product that Games Workshop has ever made. And so then they're like, well,
Indominus.
Indomitus. There's a big hard consonant D in there somewhere.
Yeah. And everybody is typing it. Everyone knew but you and me, because I couldn't think of it either.
Indomitus. But and then they made
One of your guesses would be a good box name.
Yeah.
God, I forget what you said. That'd be a lot of fun.
But yeah, and I'm sure they made a very similar number of Dominions because they were hoping that would be just as popular, and it wasn't. It's a great box, comes with great models, lots of them, but just not as much demand.
Now that, Sean, my mom wants Nick, nothing else.
Michael Ramos just watched the IKEA paint video. Did you ever think of putting it to the airbrush just for shits and giggles? Yeah, it would probably perform poorly through the airbrush too. It just doesn't have any coverage. But I wanted to just try like as simply as I could, like just give it a real fair test. No goos, no mediums, no nothing, just paint and water. Because every paint should perform with just paint and water.
But I love goo.
I like goo too.
Monitor, got my D-box. Yeah.
Patrick Sommers. Jay, I'm very new to painting, and I love Games Workshop Contrast. For the lighter shades, do you recommend running the contrast on its own or with a wash and dry brush over top as well? I think I would always do something on top. Wash and a dry brush sounds like a great idea. Paul Greer, I got 2 of the Dirty Down, and it's a wonderful effect. Is it called Dirty Down?
Dirty
I love that name. Oh man, you've seen them new Dirty Downs? Holy moly.
It's amazing.
Minty Tunes, what main box should I get for Thousand Sons Horus Heresy? Probably Mark 4 armor, because they famously have wear the Mark 4 armor because it's useful for their psychic shenanigans. I mean, in the lore, in the game, it doesn't matter, but yeah, I'd say some Mark 4 armor.
Ultimate Painting. Necrons are a skinny Terminator.
I agree. You know, Terminators are a little skinny. Without the Arnold Schwarzenegger rubber skin on top. You know, they need to hit the gym. Get them gains. Christian Riza, how do you think the Space Marine would have come out if you used the Liquitex paint as your whites? It would have been a lot better, because I could have just mixed that in with all the paints, and it would have given them like a structure and a body and the right amount of stickiness. But I would not suggest it, because they're not that cheap. They're $10 for 10 paints, which you can get similar quality stuff with Apple Barrel, and it's probably a lot better. Somebody in the comments said that those paints are made out of like watercolor, whatever watercolor paints are made with, and that sounds exactly right for how they acted, and it sounds exactly wrong for what you'd want for painting miniatures.
Right. Captain Blue, what's your most hated faction in 40K?
Probably normal Eldar.
You heard it here, folks. Mine's Space Marines. And I don't care what anybody thinks.
Chum, I would love to see a paint tournament or tier list for the cheapest paints you can get. I thought what would be really fun, or I don't think this was my idea, I think this was a comment, that a blind painting where you're just handed paints and you use them and you try to like guess what brand or what they are. I think that would be really cool because all of the paint brands are so similar. It'd be really interesting to see like a little bit more of an objective take. Be like, oh, these weren't good. I bet these were Games Workshop. Nope, Pro Krill. I'm just trash on Pro Krill today. Pro Krill's fine. It's good stuff.
Now they're never going to sponsor us.
Oh no!
Don't worry, I think Raid has our back.
Yeah! Ooh, I'm glazing like a warm purple over the purple I did, and I feel like it's really making it come to life a little bit.
Rum, if my mom sponsors you, Nick, you'll be okay. Aw. Moms.
Monteer, I'm also down to clown with Dirty Down Dorothy Brown. Ultima Painting, are you doing a Tyranid kill team soon? No, but I should. That's not a bad idea. I like the Tyranids. And I one box of Warriors. One box of Warriors, and I'll be able to build an all Warriors team, because I have some laying around. We're going to need some more Patreon supporters, though, because gosh darn, they're expensive.
Yep.
Holy moly. Doesn't make any sense. Used to be a troop choice. I don't know if they still are, but 60 boquitos for 3 guys is a lot. EonsOfBattle doesn't have that kind of capital.
No. Exactly. Yeah, we spent all of our money on Bentleys and mansions from our raid sponsorship. So yeah, we're kind of hurting.
Tony Overton just watched your new video on IKEA paints. I watched a Ninjan video where he painted a mini with his blood. He had problems with reactivation. He solved it with matte varnish. Yeah, that's kind of like how you solve problems like that. But I'm lazy and I don't wanna take a little break and matte varnish every 10 minutes. Sounds annoying.
Sounds lame.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather just sit there and struggle.
Yeah. Struggle. I feel like G Dubs needs to make a Tyranid kill team.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I mean, I could totally see it happening with Space Hulk. Of some kind.
Scholar Fres, Jay, why is it that the contrast medium plus paint produces a worse glazing effect than water plus paint? Why is it? Oh, because contrast is not designed to glaze. Really, it can produce some glazy-like effects. Really, it's more of a tint. but it's meant to flow into the recesses and have lots of saturation in the recesses, but kind of move away from like the raised parts of the model, where just water plus paint just makes a slightly see-through version of that paint.
Rep.
And so they're sort of doing two different things. What's tricky with glazes sometimes, with just thinning down regular paint, is you put it on, and it looks amazing wet. And it's like, damn, and it's pooling all the ways you want it to, and it's really got some beautiful color saturation. And then it sort of vanishes a little bit when it dries. So you kind of gotta be able to like see a step ahead, and be like, yeah, this is probably gonna be a two-step process to get this exactly as saturated as I want it to be. Contrast paint and armor paint or speed paint look. There's a difference, dry versus wet, but it's pretty close. I've been missing streams and won't be able to make it to the Patreon stream this week, and I'm feeling increased depression. That's okay. There will be plenty more where this week came from.
Exactly.
And you can they're all recorded and saved.
That's true.
Minty Tunes, Jay, what's the worst Space Marine chapter in your opinion? Nick, what's your favorite chapter?
Salamanders.
Those ones, they suck.
God, I should have said Black Templar.
No!
I do like salamanders. They're pretty sick. They're green.
They are kind of cool.
That's why I like them. Dude 88. That's it. I'm liking the stream. I think for the past couple months, I've been liking the stream. I know.
Yeah.
Things change.
It's not as much fun now that you can't see the number.
It's not.
Games Workshop. I almost blame Games Workshop for everything. Google ruined it.
No, I'm sure Games Workshop had a hand in it.
I agree.
Because I don't know if you know this, but they hate the fans.
I was reading this article today about how Hasbro is doing better than Games Workshop. I was like, yeah.
Of course. No shit. Yeah. I didn't know that we were having that argument. Interesting.
I won't say the publisher, but let's just say it's a bit pointy. Some pointy objects.
I get it.
Rump, you ever thought about doing another bigger build for something like the Mega Dread? Mega Dreadnought? Def Dread? Like the Forge World Big Def Dread? Maybe. I think Nick's got a little something planned for Stompa.
Oh boy, do I.
We need more orcs on this channel. God gummit. Ooh, I can neither confirm nor deny, but plan on seeing some more orc stuff from us in the near future. Not super near. Don't get too excited. It's coming. Yeah. Or is it? It is.
Just like the battle reports.
Just like that. Let's just say things are being glued.
Things are being glued.
Oh, I just put purple all over her metal armor. Took a second to fix.
Oh no.
Chris Nariza, what do you think of the Space Marine Shield Breaker box? Is that the one with all the Phobos stuff? It's got like the suppressors and the Phobos infiltrators, Phobos sergeants, eliminators, and floaty rhino repulsor. Is that one? Is that the shield breaker?
I like floaty rhino as the name of it. Kind of a fun thing.
Lee Craig, is there a color comparison chart for Humbril paint and Vallejo? Is there anything for Citadel paints and Army Painter? Humbril, like the gummy bears? Oh wait, that's Haribo!
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That was fun.
I don't know. Google it. Probably someone's blog somewhere. But I wouldn't even worry about getting too hung up on like colors looking that similar. You can usually just sort of tell, like, oh, is this? I need a green that's got some blue in it. This is a little much blue. I'm gonna add more green. I want gummy bears.
Pretty good. I want snakes.
I drive past the Haribo building all the time.
Yep.
I want to break in and get some candy.
Do it. This is insane. For some reason, I'm trying to buy some clear coating stuff, some clear gloss, and apparently I bought it in June 8th, 2020, and I don't. Why would I have?
Yeah.
That's before EOB.
Clear. Huh.
Before we started EOB back up again. Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
I wonder. Sometimes they like change the products. Like, they change the products out on Amazon, so it says you bought a thing, but I don't think I did, because if I did, I don't want to buy it now. Weird. Well, here we go.
Paul Greer, I watched your painting of 2 Age of Sigmar armies and loved the skin tones for the Stormcast. Have you done a video on painting faces? I have. I did a video where I painted 10 Space Marine faces in 10 different ways. Other than that, I don't think so. That was not bad. I watched that one.
Yeah.
Or just watch any video where there's the thumbnail has a face in it.
Sure. I like that video because it shows some like discovery.
Yeah.
You figuring it out.
Mint Tunes, Jay, have you ever looked at a model and wanted to redo it completely? Oh yeah. All the time.
I want gummy bears. How about Sean? I've been considering going with more enamels. This acrylic has been fun, but I find it lacking something.
I've never done anything with enamels.
Rump, speaking of orcs, I know that you've got a passing interest in Aeronautica Imperialis, the total sensible name for a game. You see the Orc Grot and Mega Bombers. I love their models. They are amazing.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I will own those one day. Yeah, I know.
Even the $100 and some one from Forge World?
Yeah, maybe if we get another raid ad, I'll think about it.
I watched a video. Remember, because it said it comes in like 100 parts.
Yeah.
And they were like, no way. And I watched a YouTube video, and it's tons of tiny parts.
Yeah.
Still not worth the price, but. Shun'em, have you tried the Chimera paints? No, but here is my review of them. They're fine.
Damn. It is like one of those things where, so you know how like you're supposed to be painting your stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And you only have a couple hours a day to do it, or maybe 30 minutes a day to do it. And instead you just research what paints you should buy instead of like sitting down and doing your work. I think that's what that is sometimes.
Yeah, you know, I'm not going to be able to paint this orc army until I get the Duncan Rhodes paints. Said 1 million people.
Yep. Ooh, damn, you're throwing some shade.
I've heard they're fine paints. Just like all the other ones.
Why do you hate the fans?
Because they didn't like The Last Jedi as much as I did.
It's true.
Last Jedi is fine. It's no episode 7.
Of course. I mean, that's just a fact.
Mm-hmm. Iron Ramble paint and talisman minis. Man, you can really phone it in on minis of this low quality. Kevin Estebar, Jay and Nick, what models would you get if you win the $1 billion lottery? I would immediately burn all my models and move to an island.
Yeah.
Just lay out on the beach. I don't even like the beach, but I would move there because I have the money to do it.
Right. I mean, you could have a couple properties.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and if one of us wins, it'll make a lot of sense when there's just no more videos. They're just gone.
Mm-hmm.
Just gone. And then when we just run through that money in a couple years,
and then we're back.
Right back. Let me say.
Jardo, the Adeptus Titanicus models are fun to build. Lots of little pieces. Jay would hate it. I do kind of want the little Reaver Titan because that's my favorite. But I don't want the big one. Looks too big. Too much money. Froggy Styles, would a primarily black-colored armor with blue markings look good for Tau? The whole plan I have has blue stripes and navy blue fabrics. With the black, just want your 2 cents. Black with blue markings. Yeah, I think that would look good. Black is hard color to paint. But maybe if it's like black and a very dark blue with a light blue accents.
Froggy Style, I will live and die on the hill that states that the new trilogy, the entire thing, sucked.
It's fine.
Chris House, Jay, do you have a Silent King? I hear he's an auto-include in any Necron army these days.
No, I don't really like the model. It's a cool model, but I don't know. For me, that's not the Silent King. Hashtag not my Silent King.
You know, they say that about, the new trilogy.
I think some people tend to forget that Star Wars movies are adventure films. And they're just for fun.
Sounds lame. I like episode 7 a lot.
Oh, it's so good.
It's really good.
Also, did we all forget that the prequels happened? Like, I don't understand how we all survived the prequels, but then these new movies stink. Dexter Jetster. Although I 100% respect it if you think that the prequels suck and the sequels suck, because that makes perfect sense because they do.
And you think Star Wars is bad?
I mean, Empire, like classic 77 Star Wars and Empire are like the two that are like real movies. And then after that, they're just Star Wars movies. It's kind of like Harry Potter movies aren't movies; they're Harry Potter movies. Like, let's put Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets against Lincoln. Let's do a little comparison.
Right.
So, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban versus King Arthur. Nick Harris. Then die you shall. Episode 7 is perfectly fine. I agree. It is perfectly fine.
George Gajardo. Lots of Star Wars nerds are somehow convinced it's a science fiction series. It's a space opera. It's supposed to be fun, not literature.
Yeah, it's definitely not literature. Yeah, you can't. Except for, I guess, the beginning little minute, where it's like a book.
Word Game Rambo. Hashtag not my Lincoln.
Take that, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Not my Lincoln. That's not how it happened.
Sale. Just because it has to be fun doesn't mean that the story has to suck, Jay. I didn't think the story sucked. I thought the B story sucked. The A story was really good with Kylo, Luke, and Rey. Death to the Grey. Hey Jay and Nick. My Eldar army is blue/aqua with white and black accents. What color should I paint my centerpiece? Drum rolls, the Avatar of Cain. You should take those blue, aqua, white, and black and use that sparingly on the model. I think the majority of the model should be bright orange because holy moly will that stand out. And I mean, it kind of makes sense because he's just like an on-fire guy.
Yeah.
Maybe just paint like his loincloth blue aqua. Scholar Faust. Last Jedi was worse than the prequels. Well, you're just wrong. Flipping a dude at 88. We deserve more Goongas. I do agree with that. I was also... it hit me hard, the lack of Goongas in the new movies.
Oh yeah, we need the Goongas.
Diego Adzel Gonzalez Meza. Hi, I just wanted to say thanks for your videos. I decided to get into the hobby by buying the Kill Team starter set. Any tips on how to paint veteran guardsmen? Yes, watch my video called A Weekend Wasted. Or just paint them whatever colors you want. I kind of painted everything, and it took a long ass time. You might want to just like spray or like paint them the main color you want them to be, and then paint everything else. Like if you wanted to be mostly blue or mostly brown, maybe just like spray paint them that color and then work up from there. Because those took me a long time, and they didn't need to.
The Goongas. Bad.
Krishna Riza, have you seen the trailer for the Amazon Lord of the Rings show? I have not. I'm gonna have
but
to.
You will be the first person to watch the whole thing.
You know what? I am going to rewatch the Lord of the Rings movies, probably late this year or next year, because I'm gonna have to paint up some Lord of the Rings models for Golden Demon. So I'll need inspiration. And they're fine films. They're not my favorite. But I've seen them each at least twice.
Yeah. Woo.
Nick Aris, you want to buy some death sticks? I love that Zam Wessel is a changeling and can change into anybody, but like she doesn't. It's like, why not? Like why not just have her be some goon then, who can't change into anything? Because she didn't. It would have been awesome if she was the Death Sticks guy, and then Obi-Wan says, get lost, and then she just leaves. Leaves in plain sight. That would have been cool. Also, the reason she's important because Jango Fett kills her with the world's most, like, with the one bullet that can only be found on one possible planet. If he had just lasered her, they wouldn't have gotten nothing. Death to the Grey. The Goongas were the significant highlight to the prequel series. Adjust specs. I agree. I love the Goongas.
The Goongas.
Flipping to do that 88. The Ewoks television specials. And the movies. Like, most people don't know that there's two Ewok movies, live-action Ewok movies. They're just so bad that everybody has agreed to collectively ignore them. They're on Disney Plus right now. You can go watch them.
Amazing.
Not that, Sean. There's something awful and something great about each Star Wars movie. I agree. Scholar Faust. The Amazon show is an insult to the books, and Tolkien would be rolling in his grave. Is Tolkien dead?
I think the OG.
I don't think he cares because he's dead.
Yeah.
Flipping to do that.
Doesn't matter.
That dude at 88, there was nothing awful about Empire Strikes Back. That might be true. Empire rocks. Boy, even its random monster scene was pretty darn good. Every Star Wars movie has like a random monster scene. The Dagobah, the asteroid worm, the goddamn Ewoks. And then the underwater monsters. Did Attack of the Clones have a random monster scene? Was it those little wormies from the beginning? Yeah,
Wormies.
Empire kind of rocks. Has anybody seen the deleted scenes of the Wampas in the Echo Base area? They're horrible. Like, it's almost amazing that the movie is that good, but like there were scenes like that were written and filmed. There's a scene where the Empire is attacking Echo Base, and there's a door that has a sign that says "Caution Wampas," and the C-3PO tears the sign off the door, and then a stormtrooper opens that door, and then a Wampa arm drags him in. And it's so bad. Ghost Boy, I'm new to Warhammer hobby. Same goes for my little brother. I'm going with Salamanders, and he's going for Blood Ravens. We were thinking of nabbing the recruit box. Any tips? The recruit box comes with Necrons, but it does come with Space Marines too. You basically get the Necrons for free. So that might be fun to have some Necrons to mess around with. Flip that dude, that idiot. I think Tolkien would be cashing that fat ass check and doing blow with hookers. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a fact. Yeah.
John Carpenter, he's a filmmaker he made a bunch of horror movies that are awesome that bombed when they came out. And he was asked in an interview if he gets upset when his movies get remade. And he goes, not at all, because I put my hand out and a check falls into it.
It's true. That's how I feel. Maybe like, let's say I make like the most perfect piece of art in the whole world. If there's money in my pocket, I don't care what people do with it. Do whatever you want.
But pay me.
Yeah.
Lee Craig, have you played or painted the miniatures from the Aliens board/strategy game? No, but I am really interested in the board game Nemesis, which is a ripoff of Alien, like the first movie. I guess the first and second movie, because there's multiple aliens. It looks really cool, and it's got some neat, totally not inspired by H.R. Geiger aliens. Is it Geiger or Giger? I always say it, and I always say it wrong.
I'm gonna say that no matter what it actually is, that's still gonna be true for you. I want to play Root against Sean and beat him again. That's what I want to do.
Not that Sean.
I want to have you. I want to have you and Lucky Bet watch.
Frog Style, Jay, the random monster scene might be, not that Sean, the Ice Bear in Empire Strikes Back was awesome. What's crazy is that didn't exist until the special editions. Originally, it was just a weird-looking puppet for a second and the hand. But because they never got it working when the movie came out, and so that only exists in the special editions. The special editions are a weird beast because there are some changes that are like cool and necessary. Like basically the entire ending of the first Star Wars movie with the X-Wings and the trench run, basically all of that is new. And the Windows, I'm super happy with Windows on Cloud City. And there's tons of great little changes like that. And then there's just weird stuff like Jedi Rocks, the music video.
It would not be the same. Not be the same movie without it.
Or Jabba the Hutt showing up and looking weird in Return of the Jedi, or in A New Hope.
This is slightly off topic, but I liked that when C-3PO's arm was red. Thought it was fun.
Yeah.
It was red.
Krishna Riza. There's audio of Tolkien being asked why doesn't the Fellowship ride the Eagles into Mordor, and his response was, "Shut up." That's fair. I think the reason is that the Eagles wouldn't enter Mordor while the Eye of Sauron was open, and so I don't believe that the Eagles rescue them until the destruction of the tower. But yeah, I mean, the answer is it's a movie. It's a book. It's an adventure. Just go with it. Have fun.
I don't like the sound of this. Nigaris Giger. Scholar Faust is pronounced Giger.
Giger. Hans Rudy Giger. John Mooney, as far as I'm concerned, the special edition films don't exist. I think there was a fan project called Star Wars: The Despecialized Edition, where they kind of take the best of both cuts and edit them together. The Despecialized Edition. The Despecialized Edition is the only real way to watch the originals. There are VHS copies, but VHS degrades kind of quickly. So eventually, thankfully, somebody made the Despecialized Edition. But I don't mind. I wish that there was a cut of Star Wars that just had the best of the special edition edits. Also, one thing I noticed, I was rewatching some scenes from the original Star Wars movies, and the sound effects are so bassy. I feel like sound effects now don't sound the same as they did back in the day. Like the laser blasts are like wow, like they really like dig deep with the sounds.
Can you do that one more time?
Wow.
Thank you.
Like it's sound effects in like all movies, I feel like have kind of changed a little.
If we had a soundboard, that would be in the soundboard.
Yeah, go back and rewatch the old movies. Those sound effects, they hit a little different. Forge Father Jester Tips, just want to say thanks for the great videos and getting me interested in Kill Team. No prob. What Kill Teams got you interested?
Yeah, and thanks for the tip.
So I'm going to do that, 88. I think the army of the undead should have been sent to clean Mordor after they saved the White Castle. That is true. Did they just disappear, or did they go back to wherever they came from? Yeah, because like after they're done celebrating, are they like, oh god, we have a lot of work. Gotta sweep up. Like what is even the order of operations there? Is there some guy like sweeping like dead bodies?
Right.
Just how do you even get rid of Mumux? Yeah, you probably got to cut them to pieces and transport them little by little.
Forge Father Jester, thinking about it. I was thinking about Tau.
Ah, I like the Tau.
Great. Gonna go with the Pathfinders, or are you gonna go just the normal Tau? I had the Pathfinders. They're cool.
So I'm gonna do that, 88. Friggin' Aragon, let him go. I loved the Aragon books when I was little. I should maybe reread them and see if they hold up at all. Good old Christopher Paolini. Christopher Paolini. I remember because I remember reading the fourth book when it came out, and it was like, he was done, and he just wrapped it up. He's like, and then they fight and the book's over. I'm done.
In that movie, that was a check falling into a hand.
Yeah.
Is what that movie was. Agrees. Jay, would you consider pooling blood for the blood god in that cup? It makes an interesting glossy gore pool.
Well, it's actually flat. But I think I painted on some red, and then I think I will put blood for the blood god on top.
Ooh.
Andrew Fairbanks, we mentioned War Machine getting a new edition. Ooh, really? Never got into War Machine and Hordes, but I remember seeing the boxes at my friendly local game store.
Me too. I feel like we thought about it. We entertained the thought for a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
years. It must have been high school.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there was a period where it was kind of like War Machine and Hordes was kind of gaining on Games Workshop.
Right.
I heard that they had like supply issues and that the rules the rules changes didn't hit as hard as they wanted them to. Binge chilling. They're making an Amazon TV show out of it. I remember when I was a little kid, I got the audiobook of the first Aragon book on cassette tapes, and I remember popping in the new cassettes every like 45 minutes. And
Damn.
I remember the end of finishing the first audiobook and then going to the library and getting the second audiobook. And the first book, spoiler alert for a book that no one cares about, the first book ends on a cliffhanger right before a big battle. And then the second one picks up immediately after the battle. And in terms of writing, it's actually a pretty cool idea. But I was a little kid, and so I'm like, oh no, I must be missing a cassette because the battle's over. And so I took it back to the library, and I told the librarian I need Aragon 2.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, that's Aragon 2.
Yeah, battles are hard to write.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's like, and this happened, and then that happened, and then this happened, and then that happened, and then this happened, and then everyone died.
Yeah, it's more important about how the characters feel about it. And that's
Right.
why he skipped it.
Right.
Oh, Aragon. I like the Razak. The Razak are the baddies from Aragon, and they're cool. When they're babies, they're like little Slenderman monsters, and then when they grow up, they're dragons.
Wow. Classic.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of dragons.
And
10 o'clock.
Slendermans.
And Slendermans. It's 10 o'clock. I'm gonna go play the game.
Yeah. Can download it in about 5 seconds.
Yeah. Well, we had 2 videos out this week. Make sure you go watch those videos. We also have 2 more coming. We have one on Friday, little models and memes, and then we also have one on Saturday, going through some of the Patreon's models and talking shit about them, and also saying some nice things too.
Yeah.
That's doing a little critiquage. So if you want to get your models critiqued, that's how you do it. It's a lot of fun. We also have a stream on Friday after the normal stream with just the Patreon members, where you can actually call in and chat with us live on the air using Discord, which is also a lot of fun, and it's a great way to end the week. But we'll be back with another live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central, so join us for that.
Hold on, I'm finishing a brush stroke. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, everybody. Good night.
Good night.